Hello, everyone. My name is David Seuss, and I am the CEO of Northern Light. Northern Light is a provider of knowledge management systems for market research and competitive intelligence. Thank you all for joining today. First of all, by the way of credentials, I suppose, authority to speak to this topic, I would like to observe that Northern Light has 250,000 users across our client base of our single point platform, including at the world's best companies. Our current clients include 5 of the top 10 pharmaceutical companies, 4 of the top 10 information technology companies, 4 of the top 10 health insurance providers, 5 of the top 10 financial services providers, as well as clients in consumer products, heavy equipment, telecom, oil production, and strategy consulting. We see a tremendous amount of work every day for market research and competitive intelligence, and these are use cases which we deeply understand. We call our platform Single Point, and we initially named it that when we started out almost 20 years ago, providing knowledge management systems. We called it Single Point because the first task in any knowledge management assignment is to aggregate the content, regardless of where it is. The platform has to be a single point of access to all of your market research and your competitive intelligence. Really, no one has mastered content aggregation at the level that Northern Light has. A typical assignment will include aggregating internal content, either uploaded directly to our platform by users as they create it, or taken from internal repositories like SharePoint or Box. We also, though, aggregate external content, and in many cases that is much harder. We can expose the upload system to custom market research agencies so they can add their own content directly. For example, one of our clients has 200 agencies in 14 countries, all of which are adding content directly to the platform as they execute market research projects. We can also aggregate automatically syndicated research. We are technically integrated with 135 syndicated research providers, and as they publish content to their own collections, we can receive a feed of that content for you that will reflect your specific subscriptions, and we can build a search index of all of that content across the providers that will be specific to your requirements. We aggregate business and technology news, especially for competitive intelligence. CI happens first in the news. That's where the new products are announced, the new marketing programs, the mergers and acquisitions, and also in industries like the pharmaceutical industry, clinical trial results are announced in the news. So news can be very important. It's also not bad for tracking social trends, like marketing to millennial moms or consumer journey, customer experience. We can aggregate anything from the web. We can aggregate social media, like from Twitter or Instagram, and also government databases. So regardless of where the content is located, Northern Light can aggregate it, index it, and search it for your users. Another task in knowledge management is to distribute the insights and the content. Half the job is getting the content into the platform, half of the job is getting it out of the platform into the hands of decision makers when they need it. Our single point platform supports every known form of content and insight distribution, including our new machine learning based methods. Yes, search results are still important, and we produce excellent and precise search results. But sometimes that's just the beginning of the process, where humans and machine learning algorithms curate the insights for users and then channel the insights into the right distribution tool for users to consume it. Key among these are strategic dashboards that are curated collections of what we know about a subject. There's an integrated newsletter tool where the newsletter writes itself on the first cut. We support RSS feeds and email alerts. There are personal dashboards. And then our machine learning-based insights report, where the machine summarizes insights from across your search result. And also the recommendations, where the machine learns what each person is interested in and starts finding content for them without the user even having to ask for it. So half the job is getting the content into the platform, half the job is getting the content out of the platform. Also, for market research in particular, the workflow can be very important. Northern Light has a workflow module we call the Primary Research Manager, which is really a comprehensive solution for managing market research projects, all the way from project initiation, business owner approval, supplier selection, and automatically generating the RFPs and receiving the RFP responses from the suppliers, procurement approval and PO, compliance reviews. There's a very robust compliance engine in the module where you can specify compliance questions and then take actions based on the answers to those questions. The field work, change control, and finally the research being published and the project closed. And the research goes directly into the platform where it becomes searchable and findable by authorized users. So content aggregation, insight and content distribution, and workflow are all covered by the SinglePoint platform. I'm going to show you a demo here in a couple of minutes, so I don't want to spend very much time on this particular slide. I'll just say that SinglePoint is graphically pleasing. It's a visual world, information rich, and is mobile first and fully responsive. You get a complete mobile solution out of the box without having to do anything extra. The platform works completely as well on a mobile device as it does on a big monitor on a desktop computer. So as I go through the demo, I'd like to make the point that our solution is a complete solution from the viewpoint of content aggregation, comprehensive and precise search results, helpful AI, the dashboards and the newsletters and the personalization, and the workflow. I'd also like to add that we have a high-touch support model, and it's explicitly a value at Northern Light that would be the easiest company to work with in the industry. And if you are considering a knowledge management system for your market research or competitive intelligence, please call us up and please check our references because they will tell you how easy to work with we are. So with that, I'm going to switch over now to a demo. Here is a typical Northern Light SinglePoint portal. Now, in a real implementation, this would be in your branding. We would use your colors and your fonts. You could call the platform anything you want. One of our clients calls their platform Goldmine. Another calls their platform Global Insights Hub. So whatever branding that works for you internally in terms of marketing your portal to your internal audiences and promoting its use, we can support. You're looking at the home page or the landing page. We call this magazine style. Features a large dominant graphic. It is a visual world. And then you can have all kinds of information promoting new research, promoting collections, promoting features, promoting events, all expressed here in the landing page. Now, no programming is required to create a page like this. It's all in the admin system of the portal. As portal administrators, you can change the words, the images, the fonts, the links, whatever. And it also has a carousel, so you can have pages that come through and you can have different views. So the time as users come to the platform, it's always looking fresh. Major parts of the platform would include the dashboards. We're going to look at some dashboards in the demo. These are curated collections, sort of what we know about a topic. And about half of your content distribution, if you're average, will go out via a dashboard. About half of it will also go out by search. These are the search collections we have in the demo. We have a syndicated research collection from providers like Forrester and the 451 and some others that we're using in the demo. We're calling that business research. We have a news feed, our consumer products flavor of our news. We also have financial services flavors and IT and pharmaceuticals and healthcare. We have a thought leader collection, again, showing third-party research, in this case from McKinsey and BCG and Accenture and PwC and people like that. We have an uploaded research collection. This would simulate your internal primary market research. And I will show you how that will look in the platform when you add your research to it, how it gets searched. And we have a social media collection on consumer products, hashtags, and accounts. There's a personalization section. These are personal dashboards. So these dashboards are curated. They are subject matter experts that put together the information. These dashboards are personalized. You can organize your whole research world in the personal dashboards. There's a collaboration section where you can ask people to be your colleague and follow them. You can form groups, and there's Reddit-style threaded discussions. And there's a content management section where users can add content to the platform and where portal administrators can manage the inventory of research that is present. This section would only show up for people who have the right to upload content. Now, I could search by going to one of these search collections and looking at the advanced search form. If I knew, for example, I just wanted to work with our primary market research, I might go to the uploaded research collection. But we have a lot of content here. It might be interesting to take a look at the overview. So we have the quick search box here, and it will search all the collections at once. So why don't we do that? And I'll search on a typical market research query. What do we know about the consumer journeys for our products? So let's hit the search button. We call this the all results search result. It shows me the first hits from each of the collections. So I have hits here on our uploaded internal research, on our syndicated secondary research, on our news feed, on the thought leader collection, and from our social media. So with that, I can get this overview. I can see which collection is going to be most useful for this particular research project. You'll notice the hover over. It will give me a search snippet on each of the hits, so I can learn more about it and decide if this is a document I might actually want to read. But I can also click through to a search result that is for this collection alone. So if I just want to see all the uploaded research, I could hit the More button. I could also set up an alert, for example. I could hit the Save button. This is on my consumer journey search. And I can set an alert frequency, and I can also add it to my personal dashboard, which is called My Headlines. All I have to do is hit the Save button, and I've now set up an alert on this. And now every time a new piece of research is added to the platform that is about consumer journey, I will get an email alert, and it will also be on my personal dashboard here, where I don't have to wait for the alert if I don't want to. But let's click through to the detailed search result and see what it will look like. So here is a typical search result for internal research. You see on the left-hand side, I have a traditional search result. My documents are relevance ranked. We have a lot of interesting metadata about the documents, and including the key points. And we also have a search snippet showing me how my search results how my search terms are used in the document. We also have this handy-dandy ability to scroll through the document, get a really good sense for it, see what the tables and charts might look like, and really get a feel for it. Is this something that I want to spend time on? The thumbnail preview is quite useful. And I could, of course, download any of these documents, assuming I'm authorized to see it. It'll be unlocked. I can click on the link, and it will immediately download. Now, on the right-hand side, we have a insights report. Now, you've never seen anything like this before. With the Insights report, what we're doing is we are creating a semantic knowledge graph of the sentences that that express ideas from the documents on the search result. So I have 37 documents here on the search result, and the AI algorithms are going in, are finding sentences that are pithy and relevant and important, and organizing them into a report format. So let's take a look at this. Now, we could just read it the way it is, or alternatively, we can expand it to HTML, and it's a little easier to read. So I'm going to do that. So this is the expanded version. So let's take a look. Talking to consumers and employees while analyzing transactions and consumer satisfaction will reveal the friction and pain points in existing paths, pointing you in the right direction in the design of your new purposeful server journeys. So this is sort of setting up how to go about analyzing customer journeys. Mapping the customer journey helps you not only understand your customers, but realign your intentions, your KPIs. Welcome to the consumer of the future. The word is convenience. The word is anywhere, anytime, however the consumer wants it. So these are insights after insights after insights. You can read down the Insights report, and you really learn what the issues are. We've learned that customer journey mapping is an important idea. We have learned that convenience is driving the trend. COVID-19 is bringing subtly yet profound shifts in consumer thinking. Here's another insight. The opportunity for brands isn't simply to sell a well-being product or service, but rather remind them of the value of their own internal curiosity and the power of trying something new. So we can, again, we read down the report and we gain a mastery of the topic that we did not have before we read the Insights report. Now, when we go back to the search result, we are extremely well informed. We know what the issues are. We know what the topology of the issues are. We know which documents are going to be most valuable to us based on the insights. And we are going to be interacting with this search result in a much more powerful and profound way. The Insights report is a fundamental difference in how to interact with search results. Yes, you can do it the traditional way. You can go down the left-hand side, or you can read the Insights report first and then go to the left-hand side, as a well-informed searcher. We have found that since we deployed the Insights report, substantially more research is being downloaded from the platform. Users are finding better documents that are more meaningful for their research task because they read the Insights report and then they know what to do with the search result on the left-hand side. We also automatically tag all of the documents, and that's dimensions that you see here. We have very rich taxonomies around business issues, marketing, technologies, product categories, and all of the research is automatically and deeply tagged. Every word is examined in every report while it's being ingested, and the tagging occurs. So, for example, we know that 22 of these reports mention brand and customer loyalty. 15 mention strategic partnerships. 13 mention sustainable enterprise. 16 mention millennials. 12 mention advertising. 10 mention consumer decisions. So with these tags, you can navigate the search result. If you just want to know which 16, you just want to focus on the 16 documents that mention millennials, you can click on that link and drill right down to those. With our taxonomies, you have this ability to navigate a large search result in a very powerful way, navigated by concepts. We can also build customer taxonomies in quite easily. Your brand names, for example, might be a great taxonomy to include, or your competitors' brand names as well. So that would be a typical thing that we would add for an individual customer. Okay. Now I have all these other collections. I can click through. I have all of these other collections And I can easily take a look at them just by clicking on the link. If I want to see, for example, my syndicated results on this particular query, I just hit the tab here at the top and I'm automatically there. So here we have a report from Forrester about omnichannel advertising, for example. Here's an IDC report on customer journey mapping. Remember, we learned that customer journey mapping is an important concept when we read the insights report from the first search. Here we can see that journey orchestration enables real-time decision making. You can see the automatic tagging that has gone on. There are a lot of hits here. There's 1,935. And so the automatic tagging really would help us navigate that. Of course, we have an insights report on this secondary content as well. And if I just click over to it, you'll see there's the insights report. We could read that and we'd have a sense for what the important ideas are in all of these documents on the left-hand side. We manage the rights to every document for both internal and external. So if I want to read this document, for example, and I'm authorized to see it, it'll be unlocked for me. If I'm not authorized to see it, it will be locked, and there's a request mechanism in the platform. But in this case, I'm authorized to see it. I can click on that link, and we're being logged into Forrester, and we're automatically, instantly at the document without having to do anything extra. And we manage those logins for all of your content, all of your secondary content, so that it really becomes usable for your users. We can take a look and see what the news has to say on the consumer journey question. And here you see the news result. Once again, you have the insights report. Also, we have the automatic tagging. In this case, household products, personal care, this is consumer products being tagged here. So precise search, search with advanced features like the insights report and the automatic tagging. Now I would like to turn back to the dashboards and show you those, because only half your content is going to go out via search. The other half is going to go out via a dashboard or a newsletter. So let's take a look at some dashboards. Now, a typical client will have 20 dashboards on topics, maybe more if it's a competitive intelligence setting and you have dashboards on each of your competitors. We have a very robust dashboarding authoring system. Let's just take a look at one of the dashboards. We'll take a look at this one on consumer insights. So here's a typical dashboard. We have a featured study here on the left-hand side. This might be our latest research on this topic, for example. You see I can scroll right through it. I could go full screen. I could download it. Also, it's actually on a timer. And I could just sit here. When you upload the content to the widget there, you can actually set the timer, how fast you want it to scroll. You don't want it to scroll too fast because it does get, there we go, because it does get distracting if you do it too fast. But for featured research, this is we call this the PDF viewer widget. It is one of our absolute most popular widgets. We have a headline feed here, and this is our uploaded research. So as new consumer insight research is added to the platform, it automatically flows into this. We have a video here, a key video. In this case, McKinsey giving a presentation on new consumer. We have another featured research widget here, and we have a widget here from a different collection. This is a headline feed from our thought leader research collection. We have a news feed here on marketing to millennials. We have a text analytics widget analyzing the business issues that are mentioned that are facing retail. We have a news feed on brand loyalty, another featured report, and other items. So you can see here, this is a typical dashboard. Oh yes, I forgot to mention this. We have links to additional related topics. I could click on brand loyalty there and I'll get a search result on brand loyalty or aging consumers or millennials or whatever. So this is a typical dashboard. It's what we know about the topic. A user can come in here and can browse the dashboard, find the content without having to execute a search. And it really works dramatically well for distributing content and insights to your users. As I mentioned before, about half of your content will go out via a dashboard and about half via search. The dashboards really take advantage of a pronounced trend in users, which is they prefer to browse the content over search for content. And having a knowledge management system which is organized to take advantage of that is super important. And ours does. No programming is required to create these dashboards. There is a dashboard authoring system in the platform. You pick a widget type and plop it down. Like I want a PDF viewer widget here. I want a headline widget here. I want a video widget here. And you can plop it down, and then you attach the content you want. Put a search in, for example, and that will fill in a headline widget. Upload the report you want. That will fill in the PDF widget. If it's a text analytics widget, you pick the chart type you want. I want a bar chart. I want a pie chart. I want a network node diagram. I want a trend chart. And it just fills in. We can teach you to make one of these dashboards in about an hour, and then it takes about an hour to make one. And anyone who has the skills to write a PowerPoint presentation has the skills required to make one of our dashboards and publish it, and then let the whole company take advantage of your expertise on whatever the topic is that the dashboard is being published in. Here's just a different example showing you a slightly different layout. Again, a different type of text analytics widget. We do also have here an interactive Tableau object that will allow you to do whatever the Tableau object supports. A featured infographic, headline feeds from different types of content, a featured report in the PDF viewer here, and a bar chart in this case instead of a pie chart. The dashboards are one of the most effective means of distributing insights that you will find. So with that, I would like to thank you all for coming. I hope you've been asking questions in the chat. My email address is david@northernlight.com. And if you want to drop me a line, I will be most happy to send you a copy of the slides and more screenshots from the presentation. Thanks again. Appreciate it.